Ottawa Senators owner Eugene Melnyk has issued a letter to their season ticket holders. I want to analyze the letter and see if it gives us any clues to the direction of the team moving forward. And that's coming up next. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. We review and discuss all 31 NHL teams. So if you're a huge hockey fan, consider subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. So as I mentioned off the top, Ottawa Senators owner Eugene Melnyk has sent a letter out to season ticket holders outlining the direction of this team going forward. He mentions in the letter that it's been a very frustrating year, and nobody is more frustrated than him, as not only is he the owner of the team, but he's a huge hockey fan of the Senators and likes to see them doing much better on the ice. He mentions also that they plan on getting younger, faster, stronger, more skilled going forward as well. He outlines that there's already been changes made and there's more to come. He also, one thing he did acknowledge, though the only point that really gave us any little bit of clarity, I think, is he did acknowledge the fact that their management team and their scouting teams are very thin and that they may need to add some bodies and some people, qualified people there to kind of help with that side of the business, to kind of help with player development. Obviously they could use a more scouting staff, etc. Give Pierre Dorion more pieces to work with on the hockey management side of things. So we may see them add some bodies there, but obviously for right now, it's really just Dorion with a few helpers and Eugene Melnyk above them. I mean, their team president is now gone, and Eugene Melnyk has hired himself basically to fill that role for the time being. He's now appointed himself as CEO. So obviously, it's a very thin group there at the top in Ottawa, and they've got a lot of work to be done, and Pierre Dorion could certainly use a lot of help. But the whole point of this video was, does this letter really offer us any clarity into the direction of this franchise moving forward? Like, how deep are we going to go here into a rebuild? Or is it going to be more of a retool? I mean, we've already seen them move off a fair bit of players. We saw them in the Dion Phaneuf trade. They traded Dion as well as Nate Thompson. They traded Derek Brassard. They moved out Johnny Oduya through waivers. They picked up Nick Shore and Ian Cole in those trades, and then they moved them on for further draft picks. So obviously they've moved out a lot of players, which should help them get younger, and they do have some good prospects coming up. But how far will this go? There's still some trade chatter around Erik Karlsson, Mike Hoffman, whatnot for the summer. They get some key contracts that they need to get done in the summertime as well. Obviously, Cody Ceci and Mark Stone are two big components of that. They're both restricted free agents. So obviously, those deals could be quite big for the franchise moving forward, depending on how much they're paid and how those deals are structured as well. So they've got a lot of big decisions to make. How far is this retool or rebuild going to go for the Senators? Does this letter really offer any clues for you as a Senators fan to how this is going to go? And do you think this is a case of maybe Eugene Melnyk just kind of trying to suck up the fans and kind of get back, and try to at least, in their good graces? Obviously, he knows he's been a bit of a villain in the city of Ottawa, and he's going to do what he's going to do in order to try to get back on the fans' good side, so that they're going to want to buy merchandise, buy tickets, go to games, etc. And he's not doing himself any favors from what he was doing earlier this year, so he needs to take a change in direction. So do you think this letter is really going to help with that cause and get him back on the good side of fans? I mean, he keeps Eugene Melnyk, over the course of his time in Ottawa as the owner, has continued to find ways to frustrate fans. And just because this letter goes out, will he not have something else as early as this summer with the Erik Karlsson situation? Depending on how that's handled, will certainly dictate hugely on how this fan base feels about Melnyk and Pierre Dorion as general manager. Obviously, that Erik Karlsson, whether or not he's traded, re-signed, or whatnot, whatever goes down with Erik Karlsson is going to have a huge impact on this franchise moving forward, and how the fan base feels about its owner as well as the general manager. So certainly leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think on this letter. Is this letter just a case of Melnyk sucking up to the fans, or does it really give us any clear indication on how this franchise plans to move forward? So once again, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. We have daily uploads here, and we cover all 31 NHL teams. Also, if you haven't checked us out yet on social media, please go ahead and do so. You're going to find our Twitter handle on the screen right here. We also have accounts on Instagram and Facebook, and all those are linked down below in the description. As always, thank you very much for watching, everybody. We will catch you next time.